Hello everyone, this is Maureen and welcome to My Crochet Story, where I love sharing with you the two things that I love, teaching and crochet. Today is Tuesday actually, as of this filming, but you won't see this until Friday, February the 9th, but I just couldn't help it, folks. I have been seeing folks going on to Michael's, or going into, excuse me, Michael's and catching some, let me rewind that, please. I've seen several YouTubers get on and show what they were able to find at Michael's, especially in the clearance. And I don't know if you know me that well, but I cannot pass up when I hear the word clearance, especially when it comes to yarn. So I ran down to mine. Now I'm like 2 weeks late, but that's okay because I did still find some things that I like and was able to catch for a good deal. But before I show you what it was I was able to get my hands on, let me say thank you to all of you that are here. I greatly appreciate every single time you pop in to see what it is that I either am trying to teach you or show you or share with you, like I'm going to do for today. So thank you so much for popping in here. Like I said, if you're new to my channel, welcome into you as well. I hope you love looking at yarn as much as I love showing it to you. I do hope that you'll stay all the way to the end of the video and then take a hop on over to my channel, look at all the content that I've got there, and hopefully it'll lead you to hit that subscribe button down there in the corner. Then look for that little bell. Now, yes, they're parentheses, but I like to call them little hugs because they'll let you know every time I upload some content. So, my Michael's haul. Now, the first thing I want to say is I am not a fancy yarn person. And what I mean by that is there are just certain yarns that I am comfortable in buying because I like the quality of the yarn. I love the colors, the trueness. I'm not into a lot of specialty yarns because most of the time I don't get to squish it and feel it and smell it and rub it on my face, you know, and everything until after I bought it and it gets here. And I just don't care to spend my money if I can't, you know, do all of that first to determine whether I like the yarn. So I stay pretty close to home, you know, my box stores like Michael's and Joann's and Hobby Lobby. I do visit some local yarn shops depending on where I'm at, and if I see something there that I like, I'll go ahead and get it. But for the most part, folks, I'm just your average Red Heart, Super Saver, house brand shopper, okay? But and there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, honestly, there's not. I mean, I know there's a lot of you out there that are the exact same way, but like I said, I didn't get anything fancy, and it's stuff yarn that you've already seen. Now, there are a couple that I had not caught before when they came out, or maybe they are some of the new ones, because folks, Michael's, or the one here in Port St. Lucie, Florida, is back to expanding their yarn aisle. I mean, you know, there for a while we got so spoiled to just huge aisles, and I mean huge aisles of yarn, and then what, this last year everybody just started shrinking down, getting rid of and not restocking or not bringing back in some of the things that we liked. Well, Michael's is starting to grow again. In fact, there was one whole section, and I'm talking about you know, another aisle, both sides, not just maybe one side or the other, both sides that they brought in, plus 3 new of their little standalone sections, you know, in the aisle. I think they call them kiosks. Yeah, so it may be because it's the spring and summer, you know, lines that they're wanting to get out. And speaking of that, they have some beautiful colors and color combinations coming in for babies. Yes, I am not kidding you. So anyway, if you have a Michael's that you can go in and just browse around and look at, I promise you it would really be worth your time to go in there and just look to see what they've got. Now, I haven't been to Hobby Lobby or to Joann's yet, only because they're clear over there on the, I mean, it's not that far, probably not even 20-30 minutes from me, but I only go over to that side of town to specifically go to this one Joann's and Hobby Lobby that I like much better than the one that's closer here. But anyhow, let's get on to the yarn. All right, I'm just going to show these to you, not in any particular order. Now, what I am going to show you folks is just like one of everything that I bought, because I don't know if you can see them over here, but there's a big bag there, another bag over there, a bag here on the floor. So yes, I did walk out of there with quite a bit of yarn. So the very first thing I'm going to show you, now this is one of those that you either love it or you hate it, and I love it. I know there's a lot of folks who don't, but you know, to each his own. I am doing the 4 Seasons Mosaic blanket with Michelle from Michelle's Mosaic and More, and I am doing my winter section excuse me, in Pound of Love denim and white. And I found that I had just a leftover skein. I thought I had another one in my tote over there, but I couldn't find it for nothing. Now watch, I'll find it here after I bought this one. But anyway, I did purchase only one of these, but it was on sale, so I, you know, was happy about that. It is a 4-weight acrylic, you know, just your standard old acrylic white yarn. But like I said, I needed to have one of those, so I did grab me up one to get to at least to guarantee myself that I have enough for not only the winter section, but you know, to kind of fill in here, there, and yonder for the other 3 seasons. I picked up 3 or 4 of this very, very beautiful loops and thread. It's called Impeccable. It is an acrylic, your standard 4-weight. Very, very pretty. And it is called Arctic. Very, very pretty. I love the color of the yarn. See if I can't pop these over here out of the way. Where do I want to go next? Okay, yeah, let's go with this. I was able to snatch for $2 quite a few of their Impeccables. This one here is called Rainbow Bright. I was able to snatch 3 of these. Now I do have about 4 of these from an earlier purchase, but you know, how can you pass up $2? It is again a medium 4-weight. This particular one has 187 yards in it. But just look at those colors. And yes, it is a very nice 4-weight. Okay, so I was able to purchase 4 of these. I snagged up, this one is called Sunshine, I believe. No, Sunrise, excuse me. Now it has some pretty, I should have grabbed the other one. It does have some cream and orange in there. Excuse me. Maybe I can get my hands on it real quick. Nope, can't. Alrighty. But again, this was another $2 purchase. It is, and it feels really nice. Of course, it's Lion Brands, and so I really do, excuse me, this one's Loops and Threads. Sorry, Loops and Threads. But I love this one, and I purchased one other one. I got all that they had there, and there was 8 of them. I don't know why anyone didn't like this little color. This one is called Soft Jade. Look at that striping in there. Isn't that pretty? Now, I bought all that they had here for this one because I have quite a few little dragon patterns that I want to do up, and again, it's got that nice soft feel to it, even though it is an acrylic, and I know that it'll be nice and squishy for any little child that get my dragons that I'll be working on here in the next couple of months. But anyway, I grabbed up all of those that I could get my hands on, and that was really about all that I got. I purchased. I'm trying to get rid of that word got, folks. I really, really am. Let's see. Well, let's go on to some Karen buys that I was able to snatch up. I love the Cinnamon Swirl and the Blossom series that Caron came out with a couple of years ago. So I was able to pick up a couple of colors. Now these were the buy one get the next one 50% off, and this was a color, folks, that I had not caught. It might be one of the new colors. It wasn't in the new section, but this color is called Oyster. Now, isn't that pretty? It is in the color palette that I really, really like. It's not as bright as what I normally choose, but this just kind of spoke summer to me. I think it will make a great shawl to have to wear on cool summer evenings, and so that was what that's where my brain went whenever I first saw it. So grab me, see, I think I was able to grab 4 of this one because each one is 407 yards, so 1,600 yards. That ought to make me a nice little shawl. All right, that's my. And I found another cinnamon swirl cake. This one is called Chocolate Swirl. Now, doesn't that remind you of a big old pile of ice cream with chocolate and maybe caramel syrup just drizzled all over it? I love it, love it, love it. And again, it has 407 yards. I purchased 6 of these because that's all they had in the bin. And not that I have a particular project in mind of it. It's just that it spoke to me and I wanted all I could get my hands on. So I did. I got all 6 that were sitting there in the bin, like I said. Now these next ones, I could not believe that they were in the clearance bin, folks, for $5. Especially this one that I'm getting ready to show you. It is a beautiful, beautiful color, and I just don't understand why it was marked down to $5. Now this is called Moonlight Swirl. Look at that. Is that not gorgeous? Now I was only able to snag 3 of them, but you know me, I went ahead and snagged them all, especially for $5. But look at that. I'm like, did somebody get, you know, gun happy and just started picking up and didn't even realize what they were getting? Now this one here also has 407 yards. It is a medium 4-weight and 100% acrylic, but it is a cinnamon swirl. I'm sorry. Sorry. It is a cinnamon swirl. But look, there's the sticker. $5. I just could not believe it. But I grabbed it, all 3 of them. And then I was able to grab a couple of skinny cakes. I know that I have a couple of these colors. This one is called Cupcake. Like I said, it is a skinny cake. It is a lightweight 3. But look at that. Isn't that pretty? I don't know if it makes me think of a cupcake, but it does make me think more of along the beach, walking along. That's what it made me think of. And this cake all by itself, I believe, has 795 yards. I was only able to snatch 2, but again, you know, that's 14, nearly 1,600 of a 3-weight, so you know this is going to make something really, really nice. And then, again, some of my colors that I really like. This one, another skinny cake. I only found 2 of these, but that's okay. The color of this one is called Icing. Isn't that pretty? Really, really love those 2 colors. All right, I was able to, now this, it's not tagged, but I was able to find a couple of this one is called the Soft Acrylic Classic from Loops and Thread. It has 354 yards. It is a medium 4-weight, and this color is Ivy. Now folks, I love green. I really, really do. I especially love this color of green, sage, and I love olive green. But this is about the brightest green that I really do like. Really like that. Kind of reminds me of Christmas. Now, these next colors are from Craft Smart. They are sorry, Michaels, bad girl. They are Michaels' in-house brand, but I was able to get quite a few out of the clearance bin of red and brown. So I was really, really happy to get these two because I mean, you can always use red and you can always use brown, especially if you love doing amigurumi. So I think I got 3 of this one, and I know I purchased only 2 of these because that's all that was left. And then, since I was there, I do have a specific project in mind. Can't tell you any more than that, but I bet once you see the colors, it might give you a hint as to what I might be doing with it. So look, give me just a minute, let me get them up here. Let's see. Alrighty. And of course, this green here kind of went in there with it. Got an idea where Maureen's going with that? What you think? You feeling me? Yes, I have a very specific project that will be coming up here in the next couple of weeks. So be looking for that. I'm not going to tell you any more about it than that, but I definitely had to have one of each one of those colors. So that's all I acquired at Michael's. Now, like I said, I haven't been over to Joann's or Hobby Lobby to see if they're doing any fall, winter clearance. I'm sure they are, but I just haven't been over there to look. So if I do happen to get in there before everything's gone, I'll be sure to pop up here and let you see what I was able to acquire while I was in there. Thank you so much for being here and looking at my little yarn haul. And folks, I am not one of those that can stay away from buying yarn. So this idea of not purchasing yarn throughout this year, yeah, I nipped that one in the bud just real quick. I knew I wasn't going to be able to handle that one. So the only other thing is, you know, when I was in there, well, let me just make this statement. When I go in to a yarn store, I don't normally go in with a specific color or skein or anything in mind. I just go in and I walk up and down the aisles and let the yarn speak to me and say, "Ooh, look, this is pretty. Oh, you know what? Boom, immediately a project will jump in my mind." Now, that's not to say that sometimes I'll be sitting and planning and saying, okay, I want to make this item. What yarn do I want to make it out of? And go from there. I'm not saying I don't do that, because I do. But when I just go shopping, or by happen to go, you know, I'm in the area and I'm going to walk in, very rarely do I walk out of one of the stores without a bag of yarn in my hands. Just can't help it. But I do appreciate very much you sitting here and letting me show you what it is that what I did acquire on my little shopping spree. And as I said, I'll keep you updated with what I choose to do with these. I know where I was going with all that. Sorry, chased the squirrel there for a moment. Don't be surprised if you see some of these floating around in my February giveaway later on this month. What do you think? Which yarns do you think might make a nice giveaway for February? Because I hadn't really thought about my February giveaway yet. You want to give me some ideas? If you do, leave me some of your ideas down in the comment section. All right? Well, until tomorrow, let me remind you, be the light out there in the darkness for someone today, because you never know. Could be your light that they are waiting to see. I love you all, and thank you so much for being here. Bye.